There is one thought exercise that can completely rewrite your life in just 3 days. Not 3 months, not 3 years, 3 days. This is not guesswork, and it is not motivation. It is a spiritual law. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Change your thoughts, and you change your destiny." And she meant it. Most people are living in cycles they did not choose, not because they lack faith, but because they do not understand the power of one focused thought. Your mind is a magnet. It is broadcasting every second, pulling to you the very pictures you hold. And right now, whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are shaping your life, like an architect draws blueprints for a building. If you want to know why some people rise effortlessly, while others stay stuck, look not at their talent or resources, but at the images they play over and over in their mind. The world is responding to your thoughts as faithfully as a mirror reflects your face. And if you are tired of seeing the same reflection, it is time to change the picture. This exercise will show you how to do it, and you will not have to wait long to see proof. The mind is like a garden, and every thought is a seed. Most people plant seeds of fear without even realizing it. They wake up thinking about bills, problems, and failures from yesterday. They repeat those thoughts like a mantra, and life simply grows what they plant. But for the next 3 days, I will teach you to plant something different. For 3 days, you will train your mind to hold one powerful thought that will override years of negativity. And when you do, you will see evidence that spiritual law is real. Why 3 days? Because 3 is the number of resurrection, the number of alignment, and the number of completion. Even science tells us that consistent focus for a short, intense period rewires the brain. Spiritually, 3 days is all it takes to shift energy and call in blessings that have been waiting for you. Florence often said that your word and your thought are spiritual weapons. They can break cycles that years of struggle could not. Beloved, this is not difficult. It is not complicated. It is simple, and that is why it works. If you will give me 3 days, I will give you a method to reset your mind, attract opportunities, and step into the life you have been praying for. This is your moment to prove the power of thought, to prove the law, and to see with your own eyes what faith-filled focus can do. Pay attention, because this could be the teaching that shifts everything for you. Your thoughts are not random. They are not harmless. They are creative power. Every single thought you hold is a vibration, a message sent out to the universe, and it always comes back multiplied. Florence Scovel Shinn said, "Man can only receive what he sees himself receiving," and that truth explains why so many people remain stuck. If you keep seeing yourself struggling, if you keep imagining disappointment, if you keep repeating fearful thoughts, your life will simply reflect what is already pictured in your mind. This is because your mind is not just a place where ideas come and go. It is a spiritual magnet. It attracts exactly what is in harmony with its dominant thoughts. You are like a broadcasting tower, constantly sending out signals. The world around you is a faithful mirror, reflecting back to you the energy you are carrying. That is why 2 people can live in the same city, work in similar jobs, and have completely different lives. One is attracting abundance and opportunities, the other is stuck in lack. The difference is not luck or talent. The difference is thought. Florence taught that your thoughts are prayers. Even when your mouth is silent, your mind is praying constantly. If you are filled with fear and worry, you are praying for more fear and worry. If you are filled with faith and gratitude, you are praying for more peace and blessings. Your mind is like the soil of a garden, and it will grow whatever you plant. Most people are not deliberately choosing their thoughts. They are allowing old fears, memories, and patterns to run their mind, and those patterns are creating their circumstances. This is why thought training is the most important spiritual work you will ever do. The Bible says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." That is not a poetic phrase. It is spiritual law. What you think repeatedly becomes what you believe, and what you believe becomes your life. If you want to change your life, you must first change your thoughts. And this 3-day exercise is designed to do exactly that. Your subconscious mind plays a massive role in this process. Florence often compared the subconscious to a servant that never questions, never argues, and never sleeps. It only obeys. It accepts every thought and word you repeat, especially when charged with emotion, and begins to create experiences that match. If you constantly think, "I am unlucky," your subconscious makes sure you find proof. If you constantly say, "Money is hard to get," your subconscious works to keep money scarce. But when you feed it a new thought, repeated daily with faith, it accepts this new truth and begins reshaping your life to align with it. Most people underestimate this power because they expect instant results without consistency. They say an affirmation once and see no change, so they quit. But Florence taught that persistence is faith. When you choose one powerful thought and hold it for 3 days with unwavering focus, you are sending a clear, consistent signal to the universe. You are training your subconscious to let go of fear and embrace truth. That signal becomes so strong that it begins to override the noise of years of negative thinking. Your thoughts are also magnetic because they create your energy field, or aura. People can sense it. Opportunities can sense it. Life responds to it. When your aura is filled with fear, people feel it even if you never say a word. But when your aura is filled with peace and confidence, it draws help, favor, and provision to you like a magnet. This is why Florence said that man's only enemies are his own negative thoughts. Change the thoughts, and you change the energy. Change the energy, and you change the life. Beloved, do not let your thoughts run wild. They are your servants, not your masters. The most powerful men and women are not those with the most talent, but those who know how to master their mind. They decide what to think, and their world bends to that decision. This 3-day challenge is your training ground. For 3 days, you will focus your mind on one truth, so strongly that your subconscious will begin to accept it as fact. And once it accepts it, your reality will begin to shift to match it. Say this now: my thoughts are not random, they are powerful. I choose thoughts of abundance, and abundance chooses me. I choose peace, and peace surrounds me. I choose faith, and miracles follow me. Repeat it until you feel its truth. This is how you begin. This is how you train your mind to create the life you desire. The mind is like a sponge. It absorbs what you feed it, and over time, it begins to produce whatever you have poured into it. Most people underestimate this truth because they believe change has to take months or years. But Florence Scovel Shinn often said, "The invisible forces are always working in your favor the moment you align your mind with truth." This is why even 3 days of focused thought can create a noticeable shift. When you concentrate on one powerful thought for a set time, you are sending a clear, unbroken signal to your subconscious and to the universe. That signal has no choice but to begin creating a response. Your mind loves repetition. The subconscious mind does not question whether a statement is true or false. It simply believes whatever you tell it over and over. If you have spent years repeating negative thoughts, "I am unlucky," "I am not good enough," "Life is hard," your subconscious has accepted those statements as fact and is shaping your life around them. But the moment you choose a new thought and focus on it consistently, you begin to rewrite the programming of your subconscious. And here's the incredible part: the subconscious responds fastest to repetition combined with faith and emotion. That means if you truly commit to this exercise for 3 days, you can break through layers of negative thinking that have been holding you back for years. Florence understood this and often gave her students simple affirmations to repeat daily. She once told a man who was drowning in debt to declare every day, "God is my supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly, under grace, in perfect ways." He repeated this daily, even when it felt untrue. After just a few days, unexpected money appeared to cover a bill he thought he could never pay. That small breakthrough built his faith, and within weeks, his finances had turned completely around. The 3-day exercise works because it compresses this process into a short, focused time frame, allowing you to see proof quickly and strengthen your faith. The brain itself has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can be rewired with consistent thoughts. Spiritually, this aligns perfectly with Florence's teaching that what you focus on expands. 3 days of focused thought is enough to interrupt old mental patterns and create a new one. Think of it like carving a groove into a record. Each time you repeat a thought, you deepen the groove, making it easier for your mind to follow that path naturally. After 3 days of intense repetition, your mind will start moving toward faith instead of fear, abundance instead of lack, and confidence instead of doubt. Consistency is also powerful because it tells the spiritual world that you are serious. Most people pray one day and worry the next, sending mixed signals. They affirm abundance in the morning but speak lack by afternoon. Spiritual law responds to faith, and faith is proven through persistence. By committing to speak and think one powerful truth for 3 days without wavering, you are showing heaven and earth that you are aligned with this truth. Florence often said, "Faith without persistence is just a wish." This challenge is your way of proving your faith through persistence, even if it's just for 3 days. The number 3 is significant in spiritual law. 3 represents divine completeness. Jesus rose on the 3rd day. Jonah was delivered after 3 days in the belly of the fish. Over and over, Scripture shows that 3 days is enough time for God to complete a work, deliver a message, or bring transformation. This exercise uses that same principle. By committing to 3 days, you are declaring that change is not a distant hope, but a present reality. Florence believed that even a short period of concentrated thought could change your aura, your energy field, and the way the world responds to you. When you think the same empowering thought repeatedly, your energy becomes consistent, and consistent energy draws consistent blessings. People will notice something different about you. You will walk with more confidence, speak with more clarity, and attract opportunities with greater ease. This is not magic. This is law. Beloved, this is your invitation to prove spiritual truth for yourself. For 3 days, you will choose one thought, just one, and hold it as if your life depends on it. When fear rises, repeat the thought. When doubt whispers, repeat the thought. When you feel discouraged, repeat the thought. By the 3rd day, something in you will shift. You will feel a peace that makes no sense. You will notice signs of breakthrough. And once you see that, you will understand that your thoughts are not weak. They are the most powerful force you have been given. Say this with me now. I choose one thought and I hold it with faith. My mind is focused, my spirit is strong, and I am aligning with divine truth. Speak it and believe it, because this simple act of consistency will begin a transformation you can feel in just 3 days. Now that you understand the power of your thoughts and the importance of consistency, it's time to learn the exact exercise. This is simple, but deeply powerful. Florence Scovel Shinn believed that simple practices, when done with faith, have the power to shift everything. If you will commit to this process for just 3 days, you will feel the change in your spirit and see evidence in your life. Here's how it works. Step 1. Choose one powerful thought. You must select one thought that aligns with divine truth. This thought will be your focus for the next 3 days. It should be simple, clear, and filled with faith. Here are a few examples. I am divinely guided and richly supplied. Everything I desire is already mine. God is my source, and I always have more than enough. I am a magnet for miracles and blessings. Choose the one that resonates deeply with you. You are not choosing a random affirmation. You are choosing a spiritual truth that heaven already agrees with. Write this thought on a card or in your phone. This is your declaration of power. Step 2. Morning focus. Each morning, before you check your phone or speak to anyone, sit in a quiet place and speak your chosen thought out loud 3 times. Say it slowly, with conviction, as if it's already true. Then close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and imagine yourself living in the reality of that thought. If your affirmation is, I am richly supplied, picture your bank account full, your bills paid, and opportunities coming easily. If your affirmation is, I am divinely guided, imagine yourself walking confidently, doors opening for you, and peace leading every decision. Feel it deeply. Spend at least 5 minutes holding this image and repeating your thoughts silently. Let it soak into your spirit. Step 3. Midday reset, at least once in the middle of your day. Stop for a moment to reset your energy. Repeat your chosen thought 3 times out loud, even if it's quietly to yourself. This keeps your mind anchored in faith when distractions come. If fear or doubt rises during the day, immediately speak your thought again. Florence taught that every negative word or fear must be instantly canceled with truth. By doing this, you are retraining your mind to default to faith instead of fear. Step 4. Evening visualization before bed. Repeat the process. Speak your thought out loud 3 times, close your eyes, and visualize it again as if it's already real. Then drift to sleep holding that picture. Your subconscious mind is most active while you sleep, and the last thought you focus on becomes its blueprint for the night. This means that even in your dreams, you will be aligning with your desired reality. Step 5. Speak it in moments of doubt. Whenever a negative thought appears, say your affirmation. If fear says, "You'll never succeed," respond instantly with, "I am divinely guided and richly supplied." This is how you uproot old patterns and replace them with truth. Florence said, "The subconscious is like a faithful servant. It takes every order you give it. So give it only truth." Step 6. Gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 blessings or signs you noticed. They don't have to be big. It could be a smile from a stranger, unexpected kindness, or a sense of peace. These are proof that your energy is shifting. Gratitude magnifies your blessings and accelerates results. Daily decrease repeat. After, meet. Let's seal this exercise with a declaration you'll say every morning and night. I am divinely guided and richly supplied. Everything I desire is already mine. Doors swing wide open for me now. I am surrounded by peace, love, and abundance. Every thought I think is a seed of blessing. I call in every good thing that belongs to me, and it comes now, under grace, in perfect ways. Repeat this 3 times each session. Speak it boldly, slowly, and with authority. Beloved, if you do this with faith for 3 days, you will feel the difference. Your energy will shift, your confidence will rise, and opportunities will begin to appear. Florence often said that a single thought, when held with faith, is more powerful than years of worry. These 3 days are your opportunity to prove this truth for yourself. Start tomorrow morning. Commit fully. Watch for signs. And remember, once you see even the smallest evidence that your thoughts are changing your reality, you will know that you are never powerless. 3 days might not sound like much, but spiritually, 3 is a number of transformation. In Scripture, Jesus rose on the 3rd day. Jonah was delivered after 3 days in the belly of the fish. Paul regained his sight after 3 days of blindness. Over and over, 3 represents resurrection, alignment, and completion. It is a divine signal that something is being reset and renewed. When you commit to holding one powerful thought for 3 days, you are stepping into that same spiritual law. You are giving God 3 days of agreement, and in that agreement, miracles are set in motion. Florence Scovel Shinn often said that your words and thoughts are like boomerangs. They always return to you multiplied. If you have spent months or even years thinking fear, speaking doubt, and expecting struggle, you have built a pattern in your subconscious mind. But patterns can be broken, and 3 days of unwavering focus is enough to crack the old cycle and create a new one. It doesn't take years to begin changing your reality. It takes faith and persistence. Florence taught that the law of attraction is immediate once faith is involved. When you focus your energy for 3 consecutive days, you are flooding your subconscious with a single, powerful instruction, and the shift begins instantly. Why 3 days? Because the mind needs consistency to create momentum. On the first day, you are breaking ground. You are planting a seed of truth in soil that may have been neglected or overrun with weeds of fear and doubt. On the second day, you are watering that seed, giving it strength and power. By the 3rd day, you will begin to feel something stirring inside you, a calm confidence, a sense of hope, or even small signs that your world is rearranging. That is the power of spiritual focus. Your subconscious mind does not know time. It only knows repetition and belief. That means it doesn't matter how long you've believed something negative, you can begin rewriting that belief quickly by repeating a new truth with conviction. When you hold one thought for 3 days, You are overriding the noise of fear and sending a clear signal to your subconscious. You are telling it, this is who I am now. This is what I believe now. This is my new reality. And once your subconscious accepts it, your actions, energy, and opportunities begin to shift automatically. Florence shared a story of a woman who felt completely hopeless about her finances. She had been told for years that she would always struggle, and she had accepted that belief as her truth. Florence gave her a simple affirmation: God is my supply, and large sums of money come to me quickly, under grace, in perfect ways. She told her to speak it consistently, to hold that picture in her mind for 3 days straight without letting fear take over. On the second day, the woman felt a sense of peace she couldn't explain. On the third day, she received unexpected money that covered a bill she had been dreading. That breakthrough was enough to show her that her words were powerful, and she never doubted again. This is why 3 days is so significant. It is long enough to create a crack in your old mental walls and allow light to come through. It is long enough to experience proof that this law works, and that proof builds faith. Faith then accelerates results. Once your spirit has tasted evidence that your words and thoughts create your reality, you become unstoppable. Another reason 3 days is enough is because of the spiritual law of expectation. When you give yourself a 3-day challenge, you create a sense of urgency and anticipation. You are not casually trying this out, you are committed. That energy of expectancy is magnetic. It tells the universe, I am ready now. And the universe responds. Florence said that faith is expectancy. Expectancy is faith in action, and 3 days of expectancy is enough to create visible shifts in your life. Beloved, understand this. Your life does not have to take months or years to change. You are one thought, one belief, and one decision away from a completely different reality. 3 days of focus is all it takes to prove it to yourself. This is not about magic. It is about spiritual law. The same law that says gravity will always pull you down says that your dominant thought will always pull your blessings toward you. When you commit to focusing your mind for 3 days, you are stepping into agreement with that law. Say this now: I believe in the power of 3 days. In 3 days I will see proof. In 3 days I will feel peace. In 3 days, my life begins to shift. Speak it with conviction, because the moment you decide to believe, the transformation begins. 3 days is enough to open your eyes, lift your faith, and set your life on a new path. All you have to do is start. Faith becomes unshakable when you see proof, and proof always follows persistence. Florence Scovel Shinn filled her books with stories of ordinary people who experienced extraordinary miracles simply by holding a single thought or affirmation with unwavering faith. These testimonies were not written to entertain. They were written to show that spiritual law is exact. If it worked for them, it will work for you. Florence once shared the story of a man whose life was collapsing financially. He was buried under debt, struggling with fear, and felt there was no way out. When he came to Florence, she gave him a simple instruction. For the next 3 days, speak this truth morning and night: God is my supply. Large sums of money come to me quickly, under grace, in perfect ways. He agreed, though his mind was filled with doubt. On the second day, he noticed a shift. He felt calmer, more at peace, even though nothing had changed outwardly. On the third day, a client he had not heard from in months called with a major order, giving him enough money to cover his overdue bills. That small breakthrough ignited his faith. He continued speaking that truth daily, and within weeks, his finances were completely restored. He later said, "It felt as though my words were working behind the scenes, rearranging my life." Another story was of a woman desperate to sell her house. Months went by with no interest, and she grew discouraged. Florence told her to declare, "This house is a perfect expression of divine love and attracts its right buyer." The woman repeated it several times a day, visualizing her home already sold. On the third day, a buyer came forward unexpectedly and offered exactly what she wanted. The woman said she felt a sudden peace on that third morning, as though something had already shifted in the unseen. That peace was her first sign that her words had been heard. Florence also wrote about a young woman who wanted to work in the fashion industry, but had no connections and very little experience. Florence told her, "Picture yourself in your perfect position. Say, I have a perfect work in a perfect way. I give perfect service for perfect pay." The young woman focused on that statement faithfully for 3 days, repeating it throughout the day and visualizing herself working in her dream job. On the 3rd day, a friend she hadn't seen in years reached out with a job lead. Within a week, she was hired by a well-known company. She later said, "It felt like doors opened out of nowhere." These stories prove something vital: your thoughts and words are not empty. They are spiritual power in motion. When you focus on one truth for even a short time, you begin to shift the energy around you. Florence often said, "Faith and fear both demand you believe in something you cannot see. Choose faith." The people in her stories chose faith, and the results came quickly. Your miracle may not look exactly like theirs, but you will see signs. It might be a sudden sense of peace, an inspired idea, or a message from someone unexpected. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your words are working. 3 days of focus is not just about getting a breakthrough. It's about proving to yourself that spiritual law is real. Once you see even a small result, your faith will grow stronger, and your words will carry more authority. Many people give up too quickly. They speak affirmations for a day or two, then stop when they don't see immediate results. Florence taught that faith is persistence. She said, "The law of expectancy is always working. When man expects good, he receives good. When he expects evil, he receives evil." This 3-day exercise is training your mind to expect good, and that expectation is magnetic. Beloved, if you feel wary, take courage. You do not need to fix your entire life in one moment. All you need to do is hold one powerful thought for 3 days. Speak it, visualize it, and believe it. The proof will come, because divine law never fails. These stories are not special cases. They are examples of what happens when anyone aligns their mind with truth. Say this now. If it worked for them, it will work for me. My miracle is already on its way. My words have power, and I am seeing proof. Repeat this until you believe it. Because in 3 days, you will not just have heard stories. You will have your own testimony to share. Now it is time to seal this teaching with a decree that will become the heartbeat of your 3-day challenge. Florence Scovel Shinn believed that words spoken with faith carry a creative force so strong that nothing in the visible world can resist them. She often said, "Your word is your wand, and this decree is your spiritual tool to call in miracles, reprogram your subconscious mind, and align with divine supply." Speak these words boldly, morning and night, and watch your life respond. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. Say these words after me. I am a child of the infinite. I was created in abundance, and I live in abundance now. My mind is powerful, my spirit is strong, and my path is clear. I am guided in every decision I make. I am protected, provided for, and deeply loved. Every thought I think today is a seed of blessing, and those blessings return to me multiplied. I release all fear, all doubt, and all struggle. I forgive myself completely, and I forgive every person who has ever hurt me. I walk in freedom, faith, and favor. Say it again slowly, and let every word sink deep. I am a child of the infinite. I was created in abundance, and I live in abundance now. My mind is powerful, my spirit is strong, and my path is clear. I am guided in every decision I make. I am protected, provided for, and deeply loved. Every thought I think today is a seed of blessing, and those blessings return to me multiplied. I release all fear, all doubt, and all struggle. I forgive myself completely, and I forgive every person who has ever hurt me. I walk in freedom, faith, and favor. Now speak this with conviction. All that is mine by divine right flows to me now. Doors swing wide open for me, opportunities find me, and provision comes quickly, under grace, in perfect ways. I am aligned with God's perfect plan. I am a magnet for miracles. I expect good, and good is all I will see. My mind is a garden of faith, and I water it with truth every day. The law of divine supply is working for me now, and it can never fail. Pause, take another deep breath, and repeat, all that is mine by divine right flows to me now. Doors swing wide open for me, opportunities find me, and provision comes quickly under grace, in perfect ways. I am aligned with God's perfect plan. I am a magnet for miracles. I expect good, and good is all I will see. My mind is a garden of faith, and I water it with truth every day. The law of divine supply is working for me now, and it can never fail. Let us seal this with a simple but powerful statement. Say this 3 times with full authority. I bless this day. I bless my life. I bless my future. It is done. It is done. Beloved, you have just spoken words that will not return void. They are seeds planted in the rich soil of your subconscious mind, and they will grow. This 3-day challenge is your proof that you are not a victim of circumstances. You are the creator of your experience through thought and word. Every time you speak this decree, you are training your energy to expect miracles. You are shifting the atmosphere around you so that opportunities, provision, and favor are drawn to you like a magnet. Do not take these next 3 days lightly. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each morning to listen to this decree and speak it out loud. Write your chosen affirmation on paper and carry it with you. Anytime fear tries to enter your mind, cancel it immediately by speaking truth. Florence taught that a fearless mind creates a fearless life, and a fearless life attracts everything good. Here is your call to action. Commit to this 3-day challenge fully. Replay this video every morning and night. Speak these words as if they are already true, because in the spiritual world they are. Keep your heart open for signs. It might come as an unexpected email, a small gift, a sense of peace, or a surprising opportunity. These are proofs that your faith is working and that divine order is unfolding. At the end of your 3 days, come back and share your testimony. Your story will inspire others to step into their own faith journey. Remember, what you prove for yourself, you prove for the world. You are not just speaking words, you are rewriting your destiny. Say this once more. I bless this day. I bless my life. I bless my future. It is done. It is done. It is done, and so it is.